Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, today bringing another camera comparison, and this is between the S6 Edge and Edge Plus. We're going to find out, really, is there any difference between these two in camera? All right, so with these two, we're going to compare them side by side now, and we're going to go through 4 different areas of a camera. The first being low light, and that's one we have right in front of you. As you can see with the Edge Plus, in this case, it did handle a better low light. Just much better vision through darkness here and through shadow and shade here. Whereas this one, you get a little bit more noise, a little bit more washed out. This one stays truer to color than this one does. Basically not as overcompensating. The lens flare is a bit bigger here, and it just kind of overshadows it. Now, will this happen every time? Possibly not. But this is a difference also between Samsung using Sony's lens on, or sorry, Sony's image sensor on here, and Samsung's own image sensor on the Edge Plus. And that's why you have a little bit of a different shot. I do prefer the Edge Plus in this instance for low light, and we'll notice a few differences here and there, but for low light, I have noticed the Edge Plus is a little bit better overall for most circumstances. However, again, they're very similar cameras, so you're going to get the same shot most of the time. As we go next, we see the opposite, actually. So in indoors, with lighting, with a good amount of lighting, the Edge actually did a better job than the Edge Plus. So as we zoomed into the two, things we always take a look at is the detail on this shot. So the detail on this shot, we see that the Mario Kart and the 32 is very clear on both, but I would say it's a little bit sharper on the Edge. Not to mention that if you go closer, the rubber texture right here is very pronounced and easily visible. And it is pronounced on the Edge Plus, as we've seen in our other comparisons with the Edge Plus, but just not as pronounced. It's more well-defined easily on the regular Edge. In terms of the detail, which is what this shot is for, the detail around is just very good on both. Both, you can see everything very clearly on the PS3 and PS4 side. However, again, I just feel that the detail was a little bit better overall on the Edge versus the Edge Plus on this shot. Now, the color reproduction. The color reproduction is pretty on par with both, actually. Both have a very similar tone. I feel that the Edge got a little bit of a darker tone overall on here, but the Edge Plus handled shadows much better. So this one's for color reproduction, but I like to just point out that the shadow on here isn't as good as this shadow on here. Just a more better depth of field on this one. As well as the color is a bit stronger on here than it is on here. So in terms of color, I would say the Edge did a good job on here versus the Edge Plus on here. But then on the multi-color part of this board game, the Edge Plus definitely did a better job than the Edge. And on the Family Feud, really they look quite similar, so they're not going to be that much of a difference there. So I might give the slight edge to the original Edge on this one, and the Edge Plus is really close, though, depending on what you're looking at here. Again, since this is color reproduction, that's what we're going for. And then we go to the selfies. Never had any problems with the selfies on the S6 Edge, but the Edge Plus just seems to do a bit better job when it comes to the selfie game. And it really just shows it just handled lighting better. The colors weren't as washed out, obviously very clear, and this is a very hard shot for any camera to do. I always preface that. It's underexposing here and overexposing here naturally on every camera. These two actually do a really good job of not having noise on the side and being able to the railing very clearly, but you cannot deny that the Edge Plus does a better job overall compared to the Edge itself. Just much better texture, much better for the facial, and doesn't kind of blend in like my hair is kind of blending, doing this weird blend thing over here. And over here, it's a lot better as well. Between the doorknobs, you can just see everything more detailed in comparison. So overall, we had a bit better low light on the Edge Plus. We had a better detail on the Edge. We had a slightly better color reproduction on the Edge, and we had a better selfie on the Edge Plus. So overall, I would probably give this a tie depending on what you're really going for. Now, these sensors are different. So most S6 Edges were Sony sensors, which some had Samsung sensors, but not all. So most were Sony sensors, and the Edge Plus is all Samsung sensors. So these are the slight differences you will see between them. For low light, I would say the Edge Plus is definitely going to be a little bit better. For bright daylight, actually, I would say the Edge handled it a little bit better. The Edge as well is slightly better with color, but it really does depend. I think neither one is going to be considered bad in terms of color reproduction. And the selfie will be a bit better with the Edge Plus. All right, guys, hopefully you did like this video. If you did, please give a like, thumbs up down below. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.